Hey, great afternoon, everybody. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. As you're coming in the room, say hello. Let me share this on my page as well. Hey, come on in the room. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. It is Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. In case you do not know, I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead, and it's always my privilege, my honor, and pleasure to come here and chat with you every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Hey, Shay, how are you? As you're coming in the room, say hello. I'm going to share this on my page. Let's see. Hope everyone has had an amazing day thus far. Come on. There we go. Hey, Melissa, how are you? I'm just sharing this on my page as well. As you can see, I am still unpacking and getting settled and got inventory all over the place and got a lot going on. But hey, we still chatting. Hey, Bree. Yeah, Shay, you know I got like 30 something pair of glasses at this point. Yeah, probably need to go through a little detox. But as you're coming in the room, say hello. Please like and share this video. Hey, Tanae, how are you doing today? Listen, I want to chat with you today simply because we're talking about. I don't know if you saw the topic today, but the topic was simply, remind you of who you are. Oh, Bree, just a little fancy, just a little bit, not a whole lot, Bree, just a little bit, just a little bit. Remind you of who you are. You of who you are. Here's my question to you. The first thing before you remind you of who you are, you got to know who you are. Before you can remind you of who you are, you got to know who you are. And oftentimes we go through the hustle and bustle of life. I mean, we're trying to birth things. We're trying to go through things. We're trying to make things happen. We got children we're trying to do, and then circumstances just happen. And sometimes, hey, Deanna, how are you? Sometimes we forget who we are. We lose ourselves. In doing everything. So we're functioning. We're getting things done. We're checking things off of our list, our to-do list. We know got that to-do list to do every day. We're checking things off, but we are losing who we are in the process. And sometimes we sit and we begin to question our ability to get things done. We begin to question whether or not we're worthy, whether or not we can do it, whether or not we're strong enough, whether or not we're smart enough, whether or not we have the tenacity. Hey, Lily. We actually begin to question our ability and what's in us. And so when I was sitting yesterday just saying, okay, well, what are we going to talk about tomorrow? God said to me clear as day, remind you of who you are. I said, wait a minute, God, what do you mean? I know who I am. He said, no. Hey, Nikki. He said, remind you of who you are. I know you've been through hell. I know you've been abused. I know you've been frustrated. I know you dealt with situations. I know you dealt with circumstances. But I want you to take a moment, step back from all of that, and I want you to remind you of who you are. What do you mean, Dr. Vaughn? I want you to pull your receipts out. Come on here. I want you to pull your receipts out. I want you to pull out the receipts of everything that you've done. What is it? Receipt number 1, I've endured. Hey, Kenpu, I got a receipt that I've endured. I got a receipt that I survived. I got a receipt that I'm healed. I got a receipt that I conquered. I got a receipt that I didn't go to jail. I got a receipt that I didn't kill nobody. I got a receipt that I kept my mind. I got a receipt that I didn't lose it. You have to begin. Hey, good afternoon, Aunt Jackie. Hey, Miss Patricia. You have to begin to pull your receipts out and remind you of who you are. What am I trying to say to you? Some of you have allowed other people to talk you out of you. Oh, okay, I can't get nobody. Many of us have allowed other people to talk us out of us. Guess what? We become so easily manipulated that we started connecting to people, because we think that we need this person. We connect to people because we think we need this area fulfilled. But we have tucked some receipts away that we need to go pull out the box. We need to go pull out the drawer and remember, no, I don't need anybody to remind me that I can survive this. Why? Because I got a receipt in my box that I've survived some things that was designed to kill me. I have survived some things that were designed to take my mind. And because I'm still sitting here, because I got my right mind, because of my children are well, because I'm functioning, I have receipts that tell me I am better than where I am. Okay. So what am I trying to say? You got to step back from everything. I know you're trying to get everything done, but guess what? Stepping back one day ain't going to put you behind. Stepping back one day ain't going to put you behind. You need to step back, look in the mirror, pull those receipts out and say, wait a minute. Why am I so distraught? I got receipts that I got the strength to make it through this. Wait a minute. Why am I letting anxiety take me over? I got receipts that I survived something worse than this. Wait a minute. Why am I distraught because they walked out of my life? I got receipts that I'm strong enough to do this on my own. Why am I worried about and trying to connect to different people to fulfill voids in my life? Because let's drop it here. Some of us, let's be truthful, are connecting to people because of our sense to be needed. Some of us are connecting to people because of our sense for somebody to need us or somebody to want us. Some of us are not true to ourselves, that we're connecting to people not because of covenant, not because of stuff we need, but some of us are connecting to people because there's something in us that's missing. But guess what, y'all? It's not missing. You just forgot who you were. Okay. It's not the fact that it's missing. Some of you have gotten so wounded and so damaged by life that you forgot who you really were. Some of you have simply just forgot who you were. So sometimes you got to go and get that bag of receipts. Pull that bag of receipts out and begin to talk to yourself and say, wait a minute, get yourself together. Before you get tied to the wrong thing, before you make the wrong decision, get yourself together. You don't have to settle for this. You don't have to go through that. Why? Because I got receipts that I'm an overcomer. I got receipts that I got power dwelling inside of me. I got receipts that I have the power and the authority to speak over things. I got receipts that I was able to shake myself out of the very hands of the enemy. I got receipts that when you threw the darts at me, I was able to duck and dodge and I survived. I have receipts. Somebody just need to type that. I got receipts. I got receipts. I got receipts. Somebody need to type right down there in the bottom. I got receipts. You can't tell me about me. I got receipts. And you know what? Sometimes I got to check my own self. Come on, type that in the comments. I got receipts. Hey, how you doing? I got receipts. Shavonda, you can't do that. Oh, yes, I can. I got receipts. I did that already. What? Shavonda, you ain't gonna survive. Yes, I will. I got receipts. I done survive some other stuff. Shavonda, that's too hard for you. Nope, I got receipts that I done dealt with harder. Shavonda, you crazy? I got receipts that I done came through some other stuff. We gotta pull those receipts out and remind ourselves of who we are. When is the last time? I know you got all these goals and visions, but when is the last time that you took a moment to actually remind you of who you are? We waiting for other people. We waiting for other people to tell us who we are. We are waiting for other people to tell us who we are. Why? Pull your receipts out and remind yourself. Pull your receipts out and remind yourself. Somebody said, pull your receipts out and remind yourself. Because here's the thing, there is too much at stake right now for you to get in a posture that you forget who you are. Come on here. There is too much at stake for you to forget who you are. Do you not understand that that's what the enemy's job is? He's a deceiver. He doesn't have any power, so he makes you forget who you are so that you will begin to settle for stuff that's not for you. He will cause you to get you all shaken up in your mind that you can't think straight so he can cause you to forfeit it, because he can't take your stuff. He can't do nothing with your stuff. But he will cause you to get so distraught to where you don't believe that you can do it. You don't believe that you have the power. You don't believe that it's achievable. You don't believe, matter of fact, you think that it's useless. What's the point? But today I came by to be your pusher, to tell you, nope, shake yourself, get in that mirror, and I need you to remind yourself of who you are. What? Shake yourself, and I need you to get in that mirror. And I know, sometimes they say don't talk to yourself. I mean, listen, I have conversations with myself all the time, because sometimes I got to bring myself in check. And you have to remind yourself of who you are. Transparent moment. God has been opening up some doors in my life. Y'all know I'm always transparent, because can't nobody tell my story but me. God's been opening up some major doors in my life and doing some things for me. But fear got a hold of me. Fear gripped me real hard. Fear grabbed my ankles. Let me be transparent. Fear grabbed my ankles to make me think that I ain't qualified for this. Fear grabbed my ankles to make me question, can I go in these rooms? Can I know the door open, but am I going to fail when I walk through the door? Here go my issue with failure from back began to grab a hold of my ankles, and I begin to question whether or not I could do this. I begin to question whether or not I could go into the room, whether or not I could sit at the table. Come on here. I know I'm not the only one. It gripped me. It made me begin to question whether or not I could even do this. Like, God, you actually have opened up doors for me, but yet and still, am I going to fail when I walk through the door? Yes. Scared and nervous. God, am I going to fail when I walk through the door? Am I going to fail? And then this failure be in front of, and it was in front of little people before, but now you opening up doors. Am I going to fail in front of people that's big? Come on here. Am I going to fail? So failure began to grip my ankles, and I began to start to shrink back, because I didn't think I was going to be able to do what God was allowing me to do. Yes, I was grateful that you were putting my name into rooms that I don't know people, but now I'm scared because I don't know people. Okay. I told y'all I'll be transparent. I'll always be transparent, because what? I'm glad Jaleesa just came on. Look at my shirt say. You see it? Y'all see, Jaleesa made my shirt for me. Y'all see what it say? My experience is someone else's freedom. Do y'all see? That's what my shirt say. My experience is someone else's freedom. So what am I trying to say? That's one of my mottos right now. So that's why I'm always going to be transparent with you. That fear will sometimes try to come and grip you when the door starts opening. Okay. They will start trying to grip you when the door, always, Lee. It will start trying to grip you when the door's open. But guess what? When God shook me, he shook me and said, you need to remind yourself of who you are. I said, what, God? He said, you need to remind yourself of who you are. I said, okay. He said, and you need to stop shrinking back from who you are. Sometimes, it's all right to be humble, but you are who I said you are. And sometimes I struggle with that, because the humility side of me, it's like, okay, I can shrink back. But let me help you something. When you remind yourself of who you are, there's nothing you can shake. I suffered to be where I am. I almost died to be where I am. I lost a lot of people to be where I am. I was persecuted to get where I am. I was mishandled to get where I am. I was pulled apart and picked apart to be where I am. I had to go through a lot of things. I suffered to get here. And so since I made it, I got to remind since I made it, then that means I got to shake myself when I'm about to give up and say, you know what, I'm going to forfeit it all. I got to shake myself, remind myself, you are who you are. Come on here. I got to pull my receipts out, y'all. I got to open up that box and pull my receipts out and say, nope, you're a conqueror. Nope, you endured this. Nope, you overcame this. Nope, you survived this. Nope, you were a conqueror over this. Nope, girl, you did this. Nope, oop, I survived. Wait a minute. Nope, I got out of that one. Oop, I escaped out of that one. You got to begin to remind yourself of who you are. because the enemy will come in at the most opportune time to make you forget who you are and forfeit your destiny. But as long as God gives me breath, I've submitted. My yes is going to save somebody. I don't know what it's going to bring, but my yes is going to save somebody. And every time I tell God, yes, somebody else going to get saved. My yes is going to save somebody. My journey is going to free somebody. The oil I suffer for going to help somebody. I had to remind myself of who I was. So what I came to you to share with you, each and every one of you, remind yourself of who you are. Too much at stake for you to forget who you are and forfeit what you are meant. You're right at the brink. Today, I'm your encourager today. I'm your pusher today. Remind yourself of who you are. Pull those receipts out. Pull those receipts out. Pull those receipts out. Free yourself. Pull those receipts out. Free yourself. Pull those receipts out. Free yourself. Pull those receipts out and free yourself. No longer don't let your failures in your past hinder you. Let it fuel you. Fool yourself. I overcame that. I'm still here. I was 2 shies short of a straitjacket, but since I'm still here, let me pull that receipt out. I made it. Somebody just said I made it. Somebody just said I made it. I'm still here. I made it. So since I'm still here, I'm gonna do something with it. Since I'm still here, I'm gonna do something with it. And so I encourage you. I encourage you today. That's all I have for you today. I just want you to pull your receipts out and remind you of who you are. Today, get you an index card, put it in your notes in your phone, anything. Put it in anywhere. Write down your receipts. Yes, Lord. Write down your receipts. I want you to write down your receipts. Write down your receipts. And every time you get shaken, pull those receipts out. Every time. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, Jaleesa, I love you too. Yeah. Write your receipts. And every time you get shaken, all I want you to do, pull a receipt out. Look at it and remind yourself what you already achieved. What you already, yep. And so that's all I had for you today. I hope that something I said today pushed you, encouraged you, strengthened you. I hope that you've already liked and shared this video so that somebody else can be encouraged and empowered. Listen, we're good. We're getting better together. We're growing, we're stretching, and we're healing together. And so, listen, just in case you did not know, I did announce on yesterday, my sophomore book has now been announced to everyone. Jaleesa, it's funny. I had a hard time writing the first one, and here we are now releasing the second book. And then I had a privilege to co-author another book that went international. So this is really my third book, but my second personal book. If you have not already done so, you can go right down there to that website, www.shavonnawhitehead.com. Pre-order your copy. Yes, Dee, thank you so much. Jaleesa said I got a Baptist fit. Yeah, I remember Jaleesa. And listen, pre-order your copy. Thank you guys so much. Literally on yesterday, you guys purchased 30 copies on yesterday, and I am appreciative. If you would just like and share the post that's on my page that we can get it going. Listen, this book, in all honesty, is my journey to where I got now. It is the real journey. It's no cotton candy and sugar. It is literally the real journey to how Dr. Vaughn got to where I am now. I love y'all so much. Hope you've pre-ordered your copy. Order your copy for you. Ask your good girlfriend, your co-worker, or somebody to order the copy. The name of the book is The Cutting That Made Me Whole. I know it sounds oxymoronic, but when you read the book, you'll understand that sometimes there has to be a cutting for you to be free and made whole. That's all I'm going to give you. You got to get the book to read the rest of it. But sometimes there has to be a cutting for you to be free and made whole. I'll say that again. Sometimes there has to be a cutting in order for you to be free and made whole. But that's all I'm going to give you. You have to go and grab the book. It's only $20. You can go down there to the website and pre-order your copy, and they will start shipping on August the 31st, which is my birthday. And so I love each and every one of you. Thank you always for coming to hang out with me for Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. I love and appreciate you, and I'm honored that God would allow me to share with you every week at 1 p.m. So listen, have an amazing day. Most of all, remind yourself of who you are, because you are amazing. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll come back here next week, Tuesday, 1 p.m. to chat up with you, and we're going to see what the Lord has for us on next week. All right, have an amazing day, everyone.